Salvation Army joining me this morning. How's it going today, Jared?
It's going great, Dove. Good to be with you.
Hey, thanks. And I guess I can say Happy New Year. This is probably the last day I should say.
It is a Happy New Year. Absolutely.
I think so. You announced the other day, we're going to talk about a lot of things, by the way, but you announced the other day, you did a nice little video on your social media, how the Salvation Army kettle donation drive went this holiday season. For those who didn't see the video, how did you guys do?
And we were so incredibly thankful. So as many know, we set a pretty big goal this year to raise $150,000 through our Christmas Kettle campaign. And that's just from the middle of November to the end of December. Well, to December 23rd we went. And we are so grateful to announce that we raised $160,781.10.
Amazing.
And just incredibly thankful to all of the folks in Fort St. John and the surrounding area for supporting us and the generosity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, you had kettles at quite a few locations. Was it more or less than kind of usual, or did you find some other businesses who were like, hey, we'd love to host a kettle this year that maybe hadn't before?
No, we had them all at places we normally had. We tried out one new drive-through at Popeyes. That was a new one that we hadn't done before. But otherwise, they were all at locations where we'd had before. What we're always grateful for, we had a few throughout the season, like some of the hockey games where they invited us to come and bring a kettle. And so they were kind of one-off experiences. And we had some of the community choir events, different things like that. And those did really well as people engaged and participated in those activities.
Yeah. How about volunteers? Were you able to find, lots of people who were able to take some time to man a kettle, ring some bells, sing whatever they were doing?
It was amazing. And I want to give a special credit to Justin, our volunteer coordinator, did a lot of work in bringing volunteers together. But I think at final count, we were up right around 80 volunteers throughout the season, well over 500 shifts that were covered, through all the different locations. And lots of love and creativity that was shared as people were passing on the season's greetings and engaging with donors as they came to the kettles, young and olds. We had groups. Like you said, we had choirs. We had teams, and it's just so neat to see the diversity of people getting engaged in this campaign.
Mm-hmm. Now, as part of this campaign, I mean, a lot of it's change because you could still put change and maybe some small bills inside the kettle, and then of course a lot of them have the tap option, right, for 5, 10, 20, if I remember right.
Yes.
This campaign, I think when you look at it ahead of time, you might have said you did set a lofty goal, and it might have been hard to reach because there are so many more people who are finding it harder to stretch a dollar here. How surprised were you that you not only met but exceeded your goal, given the price of everything has gone up, and it would seem that people have less money to spend on things like charitable donations this year, in the way that especially the kettle campaign seems to solicit them $5, $10, $20 at a time?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest, as I came in, I was a little bit anxious, just acknowledging that reality, that it's been a tough year for everybody. And, it's harder to stretch those dollars. That's, to the fact of a lot of the people that we're serving, and then acknowledging that's going to impact our donors as well. So we set that out there, and we put it out with a lot of faith, a lot of trust. But again, knowing that people in Fort St. John are very generous and supportive, and we're very grateful that every dollar counts. And so you see the kids who are doing little can collecting and bringing in their change, or some who gave up their birthday money to make a donation. That makes such a difference. And then as well, of course, the business community. We had some really significant corporate contributions that really make a big difference as well. And that's an acknowledgement of their participation in our community. The business that they do here, they're not here just to make a dollar, but to give back and to contribute to the community, and see our organization as a means of doing that because of the impact that we have throughout Fort St. John. And so those really help bolster our fundraising initiatives as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, this wasn't the only fun kind of donation drive you had, because, of course, we worked on the toy drive together. I think you had a couple other ones going on. It all kind of amounted to, this is going to help fund our Christmas hampers this year. How did that go? How many people did you end up helping out with the hamper?
Yeah, so we were right around 180 people that we ended up providing Christmas hampers for, and a lot of people that had never applied for a Christmas hamper. I personally was involved in meeting some of the applicants, and part of that is just hearing their story. You know, what brought you to us, and you know, led you to applying for a hamper this year, and to just hear some of the really tough things that people have gone through, you know, where job loss, family crisis, health challenges, and leaving people in a situation not unsure of what they were going to be able to do for their family this Christmas, providing food, getting toys for the kids. And so through all these initiatives that we had with you know, Moose FM and Century 21 and Site C and the Totem Mall, we had an abundance of toys, and we were able to do some wonderful Christmas hampers. And we know that many children will have had a fantastic Christmas because of the support of the community. And just even in those conversations, when we let families know, yes, we're here, we're going to be able to support you, to hear the gratitude and the thanks. And I really want to take that and pass that on to everybody that donated. Know that your donation made a difference, and continues to do so. You know, we had enough toys that, you know, we have reserves going into this next year. And what we do as well with those, we give toys to families for kids' birthdays. And we have a birthday program through our food bank that if there's families that feel they can't afford. And so, you know, because of that abundance and that generosity, we're able to pass that love on throughout the whole year.
Wonderful. 180-ish people, you said. Was that the most that you think you've seen in some time? Or
in my time here, so it's 3 years that I've been with the organization. Yes, that is the most that we've seen for Christmas hampers. 2023 was the most we've seen for food bank access. You know, what's seen across the country, we feel it here in Fort St. John. You know, about a 30% increase in food bank access, and it's been tough. In 2024, unfortunately, from what we're hearing, is going to continue to be a challenge. And so that's where we're really grateful for, you know, all the food drives that came in over the Christmas season. Those are really going to help carry us into this next year as well, because we know the need continues to be great.
So with that in mind, I mean, looking forward then, are you kind of in a good place right now in terms of how the shelves are looking at the food bank? And even if you are or aren't, what are you looking for? What do you still need some help with from the community? Yeah,
you know, we kind of build off of this Christmas season to carry us into at least spring, we anticipate. But we know that come spring, come summertime, we start seeing them go down. And so we always encourage people to think about us with food donations, whether you want to bring food donations over to the food bank, or when you're grocery shopping, pretty much all the stores have a community donation bin right there at the front of the stores, Save On, Safeway, No Frills. And just to leave a few items there, we did the one person, one bag initiative with SGA promo, and that can continue on, where you just, you know, take one of your reusable bags, throw some cereal in there, some canned items, leave it, and it really makes a difference. Those non-perishable items go really fast through our food bank, and we're serving upwards of 800 people a month, so those reserves can get depleted pretty quickly. And of course the finances as well. You know, we can take $1 and stretch it really far because of our buying power as a nonprofit and as an associated food bank. And so if people would think about contributing to us on a monthly basis, that can really make a difference in another family's life.
Okay. And if somebody wants to maybe start contributing on a monthly basis or make one contribution once, what's the best way to kind of do so, reach out to you?
Yeah, it's really simple. Just visit our main website, safsj.org. Again, that's safsj.org, and that's got everything for Salvation Army Fort St. John, knowing that those donations stay right here in our community to serve our community. And I throw another plug out there for people to support as well, to think about shopping at our thrift store. Our thrift store, all the dollars that are raised there stay in the community as well. And if you're looking to stretch your dollar, you know, with household items and clothing and things for yourself and for your family, great place to shop. And again, knowing that when you're shopping and contributing there, that comes back into our food bank as well.
Awesome, Jared. Well, I'm glad you took a few minutes to chat with us today about this. Congratulations on a great holiday season to you. And hopefully, as you say, it carries through the generosity, and we're able to keep helping people through the early months of this year. Thanks for being here, Jared.
Absolutely. Thanks, Dov, and thanks, Fort St. John.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 10421 10th Street.